again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Number 12.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow over the middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Forced out to his left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And some room to run now. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4.
yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the 2nd level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the 2nd level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On 2nd down, Burrow throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
To Joe Mixon.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Evans. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Now a run with Evans. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. The kill here, it's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Bengals grab it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10 now. Burrow. Open man is lost, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
John Ross. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To the air again, Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another.
The kicker on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
Makes the score.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty...
There he goes, right side. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now, always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense heading back out. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
The tackle made.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Mixon.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. He's going to get this inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On the run, it's Mixon. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you to the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt.
And you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. On the ground, it's Evans. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. They'll run with Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Evans. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Yards to go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That'll bring up 4th down as the Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will
tie things at 17 all.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. First down. Here's Burrow. Flush to his right. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Number 83.
Tyler Boyd. As the first half is winding down, and the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Takes it at the 7.
Now increase here as he's past the 30.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll run out of the gun with Evans.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half, Mayfield escaping the pressure right.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they'll go right back to Evans. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with third and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He'll let this go. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Down right around the 25. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll go again here with Evans. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
On the give, this is Evans.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Here we go on 4th down, and they're going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 82 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 13 yards out, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Evans, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run on first down with Evans. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Evans.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They go play action. Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Baker Mayfield sacked.
Here's Bradley Pena now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Back to Mixon on first down. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Maurice Hurst breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against them.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And that was
shot into coverage downfield is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. That's complete to Darrington Evans, the running back. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got his connection, complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Evans. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Under pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Flushed out right. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Mayfield on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. David Njoku, 48 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On second down, here's Mixon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 7, 36 seconds remaining. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Mayfield. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
He's taken down back at his own 8-yard line.
Mayfield to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a crusher